Hello, welcome everyone. So today we are discussing a new topic which is the priority queue. So I hope you have a clear idea about stack and queue in order to understand this concept. So in a normal queue, what were the operations? We were performing two main operations, the NQ and a DQ operation. What was NQ? NQ is nothing but the insertion of an element into the queue. Then DQ is the deletion of an element from the queue. So you are clear with this concept, right? So if you are clear with that concept, that is enough to understand the concept of a priority queue, because in a priority queue, what is mean by a priority queue is that it is a simple normal queue with some priority in order to perform the two operations NQ and DQ. Okay, that is as a normal queue, we are implementing this priority queue in a normal queue itself. Like which we have two operations, the NQ and DQ operation, and these are the points you have to remember. And we have two pointers, rear and front. Rear is the pointer through which we are performing the NQ operation, and front is the end through which we are performing the DQ operation. And by coming into priority queue, what is the difference is that all these things are the same, but we will be performing these two operations based on a priority. So this is the only difference when coming into the priority queue. Okay. So I already mentioned we are performing two operations like our normal queue, that is NQ and DQ operation. So let's understand the concept first. Then after that we'll move on to our logic. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are about to consider a set of numbers as an example, and we are going to perform the NQ in a single stretch. So normally we don't do like that. Right now we are performing the NQ of total 5 elements to understand the NQ concept. Okay, 5 elements. So we are taking a total of 5 elements, and so I think we have noted down all these points. So let's take an empty to empty queue into consideration. So as usual, as in a normal 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so total 5 positions I have arranged. So initially, in order to write it easier, I am taking the front and rear pointer as F and R. Okay, so F is equal to -1 and R is equal to -1 initially. So what is about to implement is that we are going to perform the NQ of all these elements one after another, so that each of these elements get NQ'd into this queue based on their priority. Okay, and what is priority here? The priority of the number or the value of the number itself is given the priority. That is, the highest element will be given the highest priority. So after entering each of these elements into the queue, normally how do we perform the NQ operation? First we will enter 5, so that 5 will point here. So on entering the first element, F and R will point to the first element. Then on entering element 10, what we do? We will increment R, then we will enter 10. Then next element, we will increment R, then we will enter 3. Then for the next element, we will increment the value of R and we will enter the next element. So like that the process goes on in a normal queue, right? So other than this process, what we are doing in our priority queue is that this is just like our insertion sort. Do you remember the insertion sort? What do we do in insertion sort? While entering an element into the sorted array, we will find its correct position first, then we will enter that element into our array, right? So this is the same logic we are about to perform. So in normal queue, while we perform the NQ operation, the elements would be arranged like this. You are clear with this concept. But in a priority queue, after entering the elements, I'll show you the final arrangement of a priority queue before we move on, or what we are supposed to get, what are we trying to get. This is what I am explaining first. So after entering all these elements, all these 5 elements, how our array would be is like, in the first position 20 would be there, then in the second position 15 would be there, then next largest element is 10, then 5, then 3. Clear? And our friend would point here and rear would point here. The logic for this operation that we will consider. Okay. So this is what our output or a final queue, priority queue is. And step by step we are going to achieve this final array. Clear? Or this final queue. So how we are about to achieve this array is that I'll write in this side. So let it be there, and we are taking the initial queue, and this is our queue. Okay, so initially our friend and rear are pointing to -1. Okay, so first take the case of NQ element 5. So first we are NQing element 5. So while we enter the first element into the queue, it is same as that of our normal NQ process in a normal queue. Okay, so without thinking much, we can directly enter this element into our first position. So let's mark the position also, 3 and 4. So by entering the first element, we must bring F into position 0, then increment R also, right? So both these pointers pointed to the first location. So we enter the first element. Without much confusion or without much thinking, we enter the first element. Okay. Then next element is 10. So what we are doing is, first we will take the element, we will keep it here. I will write at the top. I will keep it here. Then I will check whether this element is greater than the element at front. I will start checking from the front end. So I will check whether this element is greater than this element. If it is greater, what I will do is, I will shift this element one position to right. So 5 will be shifted to this position, so that 5 got occupied at position 1 and the first location became free. Okay. And right now here there are no elements. In order to perform the comparison, the logic for it that we will consider soon after considering this example. Right now you just understand the concept. Okay. So 10 is inserted here. As there are no elements to compare with, we inserted this element here. Okay. Then next element is 3. Okay. So after entering this element, we will rearrange the position of rear so that the rear points to the last element. Okay. Then next we are about to enter element 3, right? So next is element 3. So I am keeping our data or our item is 3. So I am comparing whether 3 is greater than element 10. Is it greater than 10? No, right? So I'll be moving to the next location. I'll be checking whether 3 is greater than 5. No. Then there is no need of shifting. Then I will point to the next location and I will place the element 3 in its correct position. Clear? Then next element, which is our next element is 20. So in the next iteration, our element is 20. So after occupying 3 here, we need to update the value of R. Okay, each time after entering each element into our queue, we need to update the position of R so that it points to the last position's element. The last position which contains the element. Okay. Then we considered element 20 and we checked with the element in the front position to which the front pointer is pointing. So as 20 is greater, what we should do? We should move all the elements from rear to the next position. That is 3 to this position. And right now this position is free. Then again 5 to next position. So that this position again free. Then this 10 is also less than 20. So move 10 to next position. So that the first position is vacant. And right now we have got the correct position in order to insert the element 20. So we insert it here and update the value of R. Only one position we have shifted towards right. So update R by 1 so that R points to the last location which contains the element. Okay. Then our next element is 15. So on taking 15, right now our data is 15. Let me wrap all the other elements. So right now our element is 15. So right now you listen. First we are checking whether 15 is greater than 20. No. Then we'll move to the next position. Then we'll check whether 15 is greater than 10. Okay. 15 is greater than 10. So what we need to do? We need to move all the elements towards the right to one position rightwards. Okay. That is 3 to this position. So that this position is free. Then 5 to next location. So that this location is free. Then 10 towards next position. So that this position is free. And right now we have got the correct position to enter 15 and enter 15 over here. Clear? So now you see, while entering each of the element, that is while performing each of the NQ operation, what is happening? Elements are getting arranged in the proper order based on their priority. That is the highest element, the element with highest priority is arranged at the front position, and in a descending order all the other elements are arranged. So, I already mentioned we need not perform all these NQ operation in a single stretch. Q, how is the operation of a Q? We can perform either NQ or PQ based on our wish. Okay, so right now why I have considered these 5 elements together, or why the NQ of 5 elements together is performed, is just to understand the concept. So right now you can check. This is the array right now we developed, and which is same as that of our output array. So I hope this concept is clear. And right now you check if we display the element from front to rear. So after entering the last element also we need to update the value of R. So each time when we move, when we perform a set of shift operation towards right, what we will do? We'll keep on updating the value of R to one position right. Okay. And after updating all these values, we can enter our element into correct position. So we'll consider the detailed operation in our NQ operation with the logic, and using the logic we will be considering the same example again. So I hope right now the concept is clear to you with this set of examples. And on performing our DQ operation in this queue, is there any special method we need to apply? No need, right? Because our array is already arranged in a descending order, that is based on the priority of the elements. So if we perform the DQ operation in a normal method, the element to which front end is pointing will get deleted first, and that itself is the element with highest priority in our array. Okay, so in priority queue, while performing DQ operation, we need not perform any special or need not implement any special method. We can simply perform the DQ operation so that the element with highest priority gets deleted and increment the value of friend. And if we want to delete the second element, again DQ operation, what we need to do? Simply decrement, the dequeue operation in a priority queue is same as that of our normal queue. So let's consider until our array gets empty. So on deleting 15, f will point to 10. Then on deleting 10, f will point to 5. On deleting 5, f will point to 3. And this is the case where our queue is having just one element. Okay, and what we normally do when only one element exists in the queue, if we delete this element too, what is the status of this queue? It would become empty. And what is the condition for an empty queue? Friend is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1, right? So on deleting the last element, we must reset the value of friend and rear as -1. F is equal to -1 and R is equal to -1. So I hope the concept of NQ and DQ operation in a queue is clear.